Hello everybody, welcome in. We are just outside of Mesa, Arizona. We're down here by the Salt River. This is where people come down and go tubing on the river. And I used to come down here in the late 70s and early 80s and have a good time myself. Take about 3 or 4 hours tubing down the river, drink some beers, smoke a little of the devil's lettuce. Those days are long gone though, so anyways, that's the way it was. And let me show you guys the activity up here. Check it out. Right there is where I got arrested on my first DUI. Maybe I'll give you that story one of these days. Just gonna show you guys real quick. You can see the river way down there, a couple hundred yards. So we used to leave a car on the other end down there, about 8 miles back, 10 miles, and come up here. The Stroll Lake is right up here, about another mile. And we'd come up here and we'd put our tubes in the river up there and then just float down river. River runs about 3 to 5 miles an hour maybe. And it's probably a, I don't know, 10 or 12 mile float. And I'm going to try and get over here. There's a couple different spots. I'll show you what's going on and give you a better shot of the river and see what people are doing. Like I said, I got a DUI right over here on the other side. Back in probably I think it was 1988. Summer of 1988. And anyways, it was I was framed, so I'm just going to say that for right now, but let's go down the road and see what's up. Let's see if I can get a shot without getting in trouble from the police. Anyways, there you go. There they are tubing down the river. See different people barbecuing and whatnot, hanging out. That's a blast from the past. The river just does some switchbacks through there. Goes over close to that high point right there. That's Coon Bluff. Just before that, that's where we'd leave one car at. I'll show you up here. We'll get to it towards the end. Anyways, I want to take you in a couple spots here. This has been really commercialized over the last probably 25, 30 years. So now what we got up here is a place where you rent your inner tubes. You get in the bus, there's parking there, you take the bus up and the bus drops you off. But this is all since, you know, probably the turn of the century. I'm talking back in the late 70s and early 80s whenever we were down here. Anyways, I'm going to take you and show you these different spots, let you know what's up, okay? Alright, hang in there. Alright, that sign right there, Salt River Recreation Tube Rental and Shuttle Bus Center. So here's the Shuttle Bus Center right there, that big building. See all the buses in here, people waiting to get on buses. We'll come up right here, check out the parking lot. See the people waiting to get on the buses. A couple of limos. If you want to spend that money, you can get that limo to take you. Let's drive through the parking lot. We can drive down here to a site right by the river, but I'm not going to go to that one. I got a much easier one to go to. Let's see, who's that on the phone? Let's see. I'll get back with them in a minute. Man, oh man, this is going to send me all the way out to the back and then around. What in the world? Oh well, one way on all these lanes here. All the way back to here. Look at them tubes. That's a neat tube. Party tube there. So yeah, people are coming down here, parking right here. Going in, renting their tubes in here. Jumping on the bus, get the bus to take them down there. Then it's probably about a 5 mile, 6 mile float to right here. But we used to float twice this much. I'll show you down where we floated to at Coon Bluff. Boy, them guys are gonna be sunburnt. Looks like got that Irish skin, man. Whiter than white gets. Let's see, can I get out of here? I think maybe I can get out here. Let's try it. Better get some suntan lotion on, boy. There you go. There's the tube rental right there. There's the young folks out having a good time. I'm too old for this stuff now. I would drown if I got out there in the water. I'd have to have me a 25-year-old lifeguard with me. Got that double raft right there. Put the cooler in the middle. Got some cool setups now. All right, let's get down the road and I'll show you some more. Okay, now we're out here, what is called Coon Bluff. We always just call it Coon's Bluff, whatever. And it's just another recreation site. This used to be all dirt. We didn't have all this pavement back in the day. You can see over there all the trails and everything, some of the trails. Well, we used to drive right up to the river. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the river at this spot. I don't think so. I know there's another spot just down the road that gets me right up to the river. Oh, hang on. Hang on. We're not that far off the river, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, stick with me. I'm going to park right here and walk out to the river, okay? Don't go nowhere. Hit that like button and leave a comment, okay? Alright, here's a good spot you can get off the river at. Come down the river over here until it splits to the left here. Then you can come in here and we can get off and go up these trails right here. Park your cars out here. So that's one spot. I'm gonna go right down the road and check out a spot I can get right up next to. It's a pretty good spot right here though. Good hangout area right there. You can always jump in the water here, float down a couple 100 yards, get cooled off and get right back out. Do it all over. Alright, let's go right down the road. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Alright, you can see there's the mountain I told you that we would come down to sometimes. That was a good reference point. Most of the time we stop back there at Coon Bluff though. That was about a 10-11 mile float down to Coon's Bluff. Every once in a while we come out this far though if we wasn't too drunk. It's about another hour float, maybe 2 more miles. So I'm gonna get you right up next to it. Here you can see this is where some of the people have parked that started off early. If we came out early, then we had enough time to go all the way. So we just park here with one car, take the other car all the way down. River's right there. So by the time you get back, you're drunk, you get off the river, you ain't got far to walk at all. I'm gonna pull in here real quick. Oh, that's a do not enter. Let me go to the other side. Hang on, hang on. Be patient, guys. First time down here in a long time. They didn't have all this paved parking either. Like I said, we just drive off the road into the dirt. Whoop, there it is. There you can see the river out there. It gets real slow. It's nice and calm right here. Like they had some baptizing going on today over there. Looks like more of the kayaks come all the way down here nowadays. Like I say, the water's pretty slow by the time you get here. You pretty much got to be paddling by the time you reach here. So anyways, that's going to sum it up for today. I was going to put the drone up, but I couldn't get any airspace out here. Wouldn't let me start the drone up, so they got a restricted area out here. So anyways, thanks a lot for coming along. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless. Have a great day.